This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel Strat-O-Matic Baseball Excel Game of the Week.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to Game 4 of the 77-80 Fall League World Series. And boy, whew, hard to recover from Game 3 in Baltimore. Now, the Orioles won Game 3 in extra innings, 7-6. Reds had the Orioles down to the last out in the bottom of the ninth, two-run homer by Carlos Lopez, pinch hit home run. Then in the 11th inning, a triple rolls between the outfielders to win the game for the Orioles. How did the Reds respond in what seems to be a must-win Game 4? They got their man, Tom Seaver, out there for this particular reason, but he's going against Jim Palmer. Game 4 in Baltimore, second time for these two. Palmer won Game 1 kind of convincingly. It's up to Seaver now to even this series up. Let's get started from Baltimore. Leading off is Joe Morgan. 1-5. Single 1 to 17 is a base hit. Double-A stealer. Dempsey's catching. He'll probably catch all series with a -2 arm because of Morgan. And I think they will... They're going to test the... they're going to let this continue hitting here. Tom Hutton, 1-6 Ks. You don't want to take the bat out of Foster and Bench's hand, and that's what we got. George Foster, Johnny Bench. So here we go. George Foster, 66 off Palmer. Here is triple 1 to 5. Sky to center field. Gets the sky to center field. That's a tough one. And with 2 outs, Johnny Bench homers in games 2 and 3 so far in the series. Really had his World Series MVP kind of tinkered with by the Reds losing Game 3, as a matter of fact. 5-11 off Palmer is a walk. Here we go. That's why you don't steal Joe Morgan, because you walk a guy and Morgan gets to stroll to second base with 2 outs. For Ken Griffey, the pitch to Griffey, 58 off Palmer is a sky to right. Bottom of the first. John Lowenstein for the Orioles. 3-11. Rolls a second. Rich Dower, 57 is a K. Lowenstein and Dower lead off against righties first and second, and then they bat 8th and 9th against lefties, because Lowenstein doesn't have a decent percentage against left-handed pitchers. Ken Singleton. 1-7. Let's take a look at Ken Singleton. He's been best year 328 of 1977, the last time we used this particular card. And then we'll probably switch to his 79 card, which is also good. But 1-7 is double 1 to 13, and that's a double. And now we have Doug DeCinces. Now remember, Singleton and DeCinces in Game 1 reached their first 6 plate appearances. And now, including this game, that would be 7 in a row. 7 for Singleton and DeCinces, the first time around against Seaver. Here's the pitch, Doug DeCinces. 35 is a K. No walk there. All right, top of 2. Jerry Turner for the Reds. 68 off Palmer's a walk. Dave Concepcion, 6'10", catcher's card. The Dipper Rick Dempsey is a 2E7. And he gets a foul out on the 2. Turner has to stay at first. Cesar Geronimo, 45 off Palmer, skies the center. And with 2 outs, Tommy Helms, 69 is a walk. 2 on, 2 outs. 4 runners out of 9 for the Reds. But it's Joe Morgan. Big situation. 2 on and 2 outs. The pitch to Joe. 2-12 is a ground ball to short. Just misses his column. Bottom of 2. Eddie Murray. 2-10 is fly ball to right. And now here he comes in. This is the ovation the Oriole fans give Carlos Lopez, one of the heroes of Game 1, on the bench, as he doesn't hit lefties particularly well. And then they bring in Doug Bear, a righty, to try and get the final out, and he hits a 2-run homer to tie it. Let's take a look at Carlos Lopez's card again. It's a nice card against right-handed pitching, not so much against left-handed pitching. Ace stealer as well. This was with the 77 Seattle team. but he did play for the Orioles in '78. Carlos Lopez, 66 off Seaver is a scatter right. And Paul Blair, 64 is a strikeout. Tom Seaver, doing well, much better than the first time. Tom Hutton, 39, skies to right. George Foster, 42, pitcher. Johnny Bench, 33, short. This could be a quick game, folks. Rick Dempsey, 67 is a K. Mark Belanger, 39, short. Lowenstein, 112, short A plus injury. Well, they'll just put Singleton in left field, and the Orioles can put Lee May in that spot as the new DH. All right. Fourth inning. Quick, briskly moving. Ken Griffey, 410, third X. Sensei at 2E13 makes the play. Jerry Turner, 54, center X. This is Paul Blair, 1E13 makes the play. Dave Concepcion, 67, double 1-8 fly ball, gets the double. And with 2 outs, it's Geronimo having a good series, good postseason. But 48's the liner to third. It's hard to get anything going against Palmer. He's put guys on, but they've been stranded. Rich Dower, 410, short X. 1E25 makes the play. Kenny Singleton, 68, skies the center. And with 2 outs, Doug DeCinces, 2-8 is a single. With 2 outs, it's Ed Murray. 6'11 off Seaver is first X. Hutton is a 1E11. He was brought in specifically for his defense. Since Tony Perez was gone and Dan Driesen was gone, and they had a cast of characters playing first base, they weren't particularly good. But Hutton brings a great glove for these types of games. Seaver, much better answer than in Game 1. Tommy Helms in the 5th. 34 short. Joe Morgan. 48, lines a third. Tom Hutton, 62, rolls to the pitcher. We're just going to keep this thing moving. Into the bottom of the 5th. The pitchers like it this way, Seaver and Palmer. Carlos Lopez, 67 is a K. Paul Blair, 34 short. Rick Dempsey, 4-4 finally. Office of the Seaver card. It is homer 1-8 double, and he misses it, gets the double. And that could be key, because now you got Mark Belanger batting. 39 is a grounder to short. Just going to keep on rolling this game. Scoreless. 2 Hall of Famers. George Foster, 62, rolls to first. Johnny Bench, 68, single 1-9 off Palmer, gets it. Bench is a good runner, 111. Okay runner. Ken Griffey, 2-8 is a 4-6-3 double play. Palmer again gets out of the mess. Or not much of a mess, but he gets out of the inning. He's only had 2 3 up and 3 down innings here. Bottom of the 6th, it's Lee May in for the injured Lowenstein. 56 is a K. Rich Dower, 2-9. It is a double off the Dower card to center field. First big threat for the Orioles. A runner at second with only 1 out. And you got Singleton and DeCinces. This is where Seaver really needs to show his Hall of Fame flair. Kenny Singleton, 58, is a strikeout. And with 2 outs, it is Doug DeCinces. 59 is a roller to second base. We'll pause a brief moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
All right, Palmer's asking the grounds crew to hurry up. He wants to get back out at it. What a brilliant scoreless pitcher's duel in a Game 4 of a World Series with, oh my goodness, all sorts of home field advantage on the line here. We go swing back to the Reds if they can win this thing. Jerry Turner, 38, grounds to first. Dave Concepcion, 39, skies the center. Geronimo, 67, single 1-4 is a line out. Dueling shutouts, stretch time in Baltimore. We are actually continuing with the Crack the Sky live at the Warner Theater. We've actually only made it through track 7. These songs are kind of long, so we're just going to keep this thing rolling while we're in Baltimore. We saw this in the last video. Hope you're enjoying it. Bottom of the 7th, Tom Seaver and Jim Palmer. Scoreless thriller. If you like this sort of thing. Eddie Murray, I certainly do. 65, skies the center. Carlo Lopez, 30-10, skies the left. Paul Blair, 4-4. Paul Blair, again off of Seaver, homer 1-8. They miss it twice. They missed it again. Missed it in the 5th. Missed it again. It's a double. And Seaver needs another rabbit to come out of that hat. 3 doubles in 3 innings. It's Rick Dempsey for the Orioles. The pitch. 2-9. We got a break here for the Orioles. It is a base hit to left field. Paul Blair, excellent base runner. A 16, 17, 18, -1 to 17, and he slides in on a 15. Just give you the math again. Foster does have a -1 arm. So it does make the result 1 to 17, and a 15 was rolled. And there's the only run of the game. Does this doom the Reds? I hope not, because this has been a fun series. Mark Belanger. Seaver's a starter 9. These guys are going 10 innings, at least. I have a prediction. Mark Belanger. 2-8, single 1 to 10 off Belanger's card. Rolls a 12 and misses it. Little sloppy Seaver. It's only 1 run. And again, he's not going anywhere. And Jim Palmer is on a remarkable pitching run here. Almost like it's 1966. And I don't even want to jinx him because I haven't had much success with Palmer overall in Strat. And he's surprising me. So here we go. 6 outs to get. There's no defense to bring in. It is Tommy Helms. 66 off of Palmer is 1-1 to 5. Sky out the left. He skies out. The hitters are missing the homer, double, and triple chances off the pitcher's card. That's why we are in this quick game. That is an out. 5 outs to go. But you've got some Hall of Famers coming up. Joe Morgan, 1 for 3. Did not steal in the first. Maybe that would have been the call. Thinking back, we'll see what happens now. 1-7 is ball 4. And now, what are you going to do? With Joe Morgan, I think we're going to steal a base. I think we got to try it. If I was Pete Rose playing Strat-O-Matic, I would definitely do it. Because Pete Rose would always say that Morgan got his stolen bases in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th innings more than he did earlier in games. So thank you, Pete Rose, for that quote. I'm going to use it right now. Morgan taking off for second base. He rolls a 1. Of course he does. Now, you have Dempsey's T rating. He's a 1-7, and he rolls an 11. So, Morgan's at second. 309 hitting Tom Hutton with a base open, with Foster and bench behind him. The pitch to Tom Hutton. 1-4 is a sky to center field. And with 2 outs, let's take a look. You have to every game. I didn't think we looked at it last game. The 1977 George Foster, the MVP of the National League, and his 52 home runs. The biggest at-bat for this card to this point, as this is the furthest the Reds have been with this iteration of the franchise in my Strat-O-Matic carryover league. Of course, we know they did win 2 Major League Baseball World Series in 75 and 76, but Foster did not win anything in 77. Okay, George Foster, the pitch to George Foster. 49 off of Palmer's a sky to shallow right field. Bottom of the 8th. Do we actually down a run? I'm thinking that the Reds might actually bring in defense. Well, that would be a weird maneuver. They're going to make one tiny little move here before the Orioles bat, and that is to put Jack Brohammer at third base for Tommy Helms, who was a 4. Just because they don't want any bizarre, bogus run to score and on something like an error to the third baseman. So, bottom of the 8th, Tom Seaver, 1 mistake all day. Lime leads off, 62, rolls to first. Rich Dower, 39, grounds to short. And Ken Singleton, 52, Tom Seaver, sky to right field. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the 9th inning of a 1-0 game. Jim Palmer goes out there, the bullpen lights are off. They're either going to lose 1-0 or win 6-1 is what I predict. So, Hall of Famer, bench. Ken Griffey, I don't think he went to the Hall, did he? I don't think so. Can't remember. Probably not. Anyway, Johnny Bench, the Hall of Famer, leads off in the 9th inning. Is homered in games 2 and games 3. He needs another one right here in game 4 on the roll of 1-7. The pitch to Johnny Bench. 2-6 for Bench is a strikeout. Ken Griffey, you got to have hope for the Reds here. Any batter gets on, this team can bat around. Ken Griffey, you have to think that way anyway. 54 off of Palmer is center X. You've got Paul Blair in center, a 1-13. Great range, but he's dropped some fly balls. He makes the catch on the 1. No E rating there. And with 2 outs, It is Jerry Turner. Let's take a look at the Jerry Turner card. Well, if one team has Carlos Lopez, who doesn't seem to fit, the Reds have this guy, Jerry Turner. They love this guy. He was a Padre, known as a pinch hitter. Always could hit lefties and righties. Couldn't field very well. That was the reason why he didn't play more. He would have been a great American League designated hitter. No bigger moment than right now for a new acquisition, Jerry Turner for the Reds in the 9th inning. The pitch to Jerry Turner. 1-9 is a grounder to second. I just don't believe this. It is a CGSO for Jim Palmer, pitching like it's 1966 when the Orioles had gave up 1 run in 4 games with the Dodgers or something like that. What a heartbreak for Tom Seaver, and the Reds are in trouble. The Orioles have won Game 3, coming back, and they've won Game 4, 1-0. What is the box here? This is going to be insane. I'm going to bring up the Game 1 box, too, to review that. Palmer, complete game shutout, 3-hitter, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Tom Seaver, oh my God. 6 hits, the 1 run on a bloop single, no walks, 7 Ks, and a strikeout. 1009, 108, 1603. I don't know. I would not put money on the Orioles quite yet. I think the Reds have a rally left in them. I really do. I know they just lost that heartbreaker after a heartbreaker before it, but let's look at the year-to-date numbers. The ERAs are coming down as well as the batting averages. Speaking of batting averages, let's start with the Orioles team batting averages, doing nothing this year. This is one of the worst hitting teams, particularly for an era of hitting. This era of 77 to 80, you got George Brett, 390, Carew, 388. You got Moda, 395, 398, Roger Freed, 370, Perkins, 338 hitting. Yeah, there's tons of hitting in this era. The Orioles are hitting 239, or a game away from winning the World Series. Their team ERA is 3.08, which is outstanding, of course. Palmer is now 9-4. The ERA, I'm sure you're wondering, after a couple shutouts, is 2.26. Let's skip to the Reds really quick. The Orioles are 8 games over 500. The Cincinnati Reds are, they're 13 over 500, 28-15. And hitting 267 with 3.46 ERA. Tom Seaver is 9-5, but he was 8-1 at one point. He's pitched into some terrible luck. But you know what, folks? If he wins Game 7 and only beats Palmer 1 out of 3 times, he'll take it. Tom Seaver's got a 2.70 ERA on the year, pitching brilliantly, just like it's the Mets. Brilliant performance for Seaver. And before we sign out for the night, I'm going to bring up Game 1 as a comparison. I just want to see the box numbers for Palmer again. There it is. So James Alvin Palmer, middle name is Alvin, 18 innings and 7 hits, right? Got to bring up Game 4 again now. I shut it down. 17 hits and 18 innings, no walks. 4-2. 5 walks and 8 strikeouts. 5-7. 12 base runners. 18 innings. 12 base runners. The Big Red Machine, no runs. This is one of the greatest pitching performances I've ever had in Strat-O-Matic. I mean, the Reds are pretty close to the height of their powers. They're not quite as good as the 75-76 Reds, because Morgan and Griffey and Geronimo are a little not as good. But this is a devastating team. And then you got Seaver and Soto, the best top of the rotation pitchers the Reds have had in this iteration. Remarkable World Series. The Orioles, however, are up 3-1. The only thing that can make this better is if the Reds force this thing to 7 games. And that's what we're hoping for as baseball fans. Thanks for checking out Game 4 of the World Series. We'll see you next time.